Analogue just announced the Duo, an FPGA-based TurboGrafx and PC engine, and I'm kind of blown away. I didn't expect this to happen, but it's not that big of a shock because they do work with 8BitDo, and 8BitDo made those PC engine TurboGrafx controllers for the minis, and typically they make controllers for Analogue products, and whatever controllers they have mirror what the Analogue products are. So some people had predicted this, but this goes beyond PC Engine and TurboGrafx. This also plays CD-based games. This is freaking nuts for $200. No emulation, my friends. But are they only going to make 3 of them? This is nuts, man. Duo is an all-in-one reimagining of perhaps the most underappreciated video game system of all time. Maybe in the US. Everywhere except for Japan, because in Japan, the PC Engine was pretty big. Out here, we got like nothing. We got like less than 100 games for the system. But you get to play TurboGrafx-16, PC Engine, Super Graphics. Do you know how much it costs to get a Super Graphics console and to be able to only play the 5 games that came out for it? Well, this has you covered because you can play Super Graphics games on this bitch for $200. Man, I hope there's enough. I know it says limited, but God, man, CD games, PC Engine CD-ROM, Super Arcade CD-ROM, 1080p, zero lag, Bluetooth, 2.4 gigahertz, because the last thing a video game system should be is predictable. What? This looks nice, man. It's mimicking the way the Duo system looked, other than, you know, it's their style of it, but it has that look, and I really dig this. Ultimate all-in-one. Play CD-based games. That's amazing that they're doing that. I'm sure there will be like side-loading action. There will be a jailbreak, so you don't have to use discs, but then at the same time, you should be able to just burn the discs, you know what I mean? So that might actually wind up being the easier part. Getting an actual Duo system, getting it region modded, getting it recapped and all prepped up, and the CD laser recalibrated and just fine-tuned can be pretty pricey. And with this just being a brand new system, playing all this stuff in FPGA is freaking awesome. Hucards, there's a lot of Hucards out there that are fairly cheap and great games, but then there's like some, it's a little pricey. It's going to be a similar thing where if you get some of the Japanese games that came out in the US, they may be cheaper, but it's definitely not a cheap system to collect for. So I definitely foresee people wanting to use like the Turbo EverDrive on this. And just like all their previous systems, it'll just work. But it's going to be the discs that you're going to have to figure out a solution for if you want to play them. Like I said, burning them, but hopefully we could just sideload everything. Get that jailbreak on there. I have a Super SD System 3 from Terra Onion. And it's a pretty cool device, very expensive. It costs more than this, and it's not even a system. It's an add-on for the PC Engine or TurboGrafx, where you could just load all your games, including CD games, and get RGB output. So for that being more expensive than what this offers, oh my God. But at least with that, you could just load everything off of SD card. I'm hoping you could do the same here with the disc-based stuff, because I really don't want to start collecting disc-based games. And that's assuming I can even get my hands on one of these. You guys know how the pre-orders go with these guys. It's luck of the draw, pretty much. Twice the wireless, Bluetooth 2.4. With the Duo, you have the power to choose how to connect. You got Bluetooth 2.4 gigahertz are built right in. Sync up any wireless 8BitDo Bluetooth. Oh, you know what's going to be dope? Is using the PC Engine TurboGrafx, the one that's on the screen right there, for your basic games. And then the games that you need 6 buttons for, using the M30, the Sega Genesis controller they used, because, you know, there's like the Avenue Pad 6 for the PC Engine that had 6 buttons. You could play Street Fighter 2 that way. That's a damn good port. It's a damn good port. So that's going to be cool. Use whatever controllers you want. And then that Pocket that people are pissed off that the pre-order just went in like, what was it, like a minute? Holy crap. They're going to have this attachment, $30 coming out next year, which the Pocket doesn't come out until May, but you're going to be able to play Hucard games on it, just like the Turbo Express. That's going to be pretty cool. $30 if you got one of these Pockets you may be interested in getting that. Hopefully with this as well, we could sideload stuff, jailbreak that bish, get games on SD card, but we'll have to wait and see. This thing's really it's really looking pretty slick here. Digital CD-ROM system. There's a bunch of outputs and whatnot. We're gonna look at the specifications down here. Preserving history with FPGA hardware. Duo is designed with unparalleled compatibility. Core functionality of each system is engineered directly into the Altera Cyclone 5 sophisticated FPGA. They spent thousands of hours. They spent a lot of time on these things, man. I wish you would make enough to go around, right? Only we spend so much freaking time. Make sure we can get these things. Don't make it like the Pocket and everything else, you know. I think part of it, like sometimes they'll have like decent stock, like when the Super NT, the Mega SG came out, there was like plenty of stock for a while, and then it just sold out over time. And then people start catching wind of it who weren't, you know, into that scene. They're like, I want one of those. I didn't realize how cool it was. And then they're not in stock, and you don't know when they're going to come back. So, you know, it's kind of like they're an upscale boutique video game console seller, and it's like it's strange, man. I hope they make enough of these. I really do. Unlike the knockoff and emulation systems that riddle the market today, you'll be experiencing the entire NEC era free of compromises. Dang. I thought it was funny when Polymega and these guys, I mean, more so Polymega was at these guys because Analogue doesn't really respond to people, but like Polymega was talking shit way back when, and it was like, I think these guys, Analogue, they're doing it at a reasonable price, man. Like for $200, you get all this access to these games, whereas with the Polymega, it's $400, and then if you want the Hucard attachment, it's $80. So you're in it for like $500, and it's just emulation. So with this being an FPGA implementation that's simulating, or you can consider it, I don't care how you call it, emulating the hardware, it's a whole different animal than just software emulation. So man, can't wait. 2021, next year, limited quantities, 199 doll hairs. Sign up to be notified. It doesn't even matter to sign up. I don't even sign up to be notified, because by the time you get notified, you like miss out. You know what I mean? So I'm sure they'll announce beforehand, okay, pre-orders are going to go live on this day at this time. And then everything's going to be flooded, and they're going to sell out in 2 seconds because they only made 3 of them. I don't know. Hopefully they got tons of these ready to go. But just look at that, man. Such a nice looking system. I got to have it. I like all the Analogue stuff, man. So compatibility, here's their tech specs. Hucard, Turbo Chip, CD-ROM, Super CD-ROM, Arcade CD-ROM. Region free, so you don't have to worry about nothing. Worldwide compatibility, 50 to 60 hertz, 100 to 240 volts for your power. HDMI 1080, 720, 480, NTSC and PAL. Lag-free, zero signal degradation. Their audio, 48 kilohertz, 16-bit. Digital audio via HDMI. Headphone jack, what? With a 3.5 millimeter jack with volume wheel. Original style slot for the Hucards. Original style Turbografx-16 port. CD-ROM drive. Don't see the specs on the CD-ROM drive, but I'd imagine it'd be fine for what we're going to be doing with this. Two USBs for wired controllers. SD card firmware updating via the SD card slot. Bluetooth 2.4 and 2 USBs for inputs. So, okay, you have an original style Turbografx-16 control port. So I'd still see people wanting, okay, right, is that on the side there? And then I'm trying to see, where's the front? The front's here, because that's the Hucard slot. That's the ROM drive. That's the power button. The back here's SD card slot, HDMI, and then the 2 USBs. I mean, how else could they do it, I guess, right? Either they'd have to put everything on the sides or whatever, because with how they're keeping this slim. I mean, I'm not a designer, but I kind of wish these ports were on the front. It looks like the Turbografx-16 controller port, just one, is on the side there. I wonder if it'll use the Turbo Tap so you can use additional controllers, original controllers. But you know, they want to push those 8-bit though. Like they work with them. I know I talked about this before, but I'm pretty sure the CEO or whoever, I can't remember exactly, but the CEO of like Analogue is part of 8-bit though. So there's some kind of ties there where they're partnered, right? So they want to sell their controllers versus this. So that's why there's mimicking the original. There's one controller port for the original, but you can use plenty of others. So I'm fine with that, I suppose. I'm fine with that. What's in the box? The Duo HDMI cable, USB cable, power supply. So there you go. They're just showing you. You get everything you need. Very nice. Looks like there's like a little clear plastic overlay right there. That looks slick, man. Coming in 2021. Does not play copyrighted ROM files. That'll be they have to say that. It'll play them. Guaranteed. It plays legacy game cartridges and CDs. It'll play them. Every single system they make has gotten jailbroken. You guys know what's up with that. Analogue Duo does not operate utilizing any BIOS files from any other entities, so they've done their own thing as far as BIOS files go for the, however that works for the games to run. So pretty cool. Included 2.4 gigahertz receiver is not required to use with Duo, blah, blah, blah. Oh, they're just saying with the 8BitDo PC Engine controllers that come with the USB adapter, you don't need to use that because it's already built in. That's pretty dope, actually. It's already built in, so you don't have to worry about it. I'm fine with that. We got scanline options, scalar options, horizontal position, all the stuff you come to expect, and then the gamepad 20-hour battery life. I think the gamepads are okay. They're kind of small, but they're all right. They're all right. So there you go, man. Hopefully whoever wants one can get one. I'm going to try to get the black one. The US versus Japanese colors here. I'm going to go for the black one. Hoping to get one of these. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to have to attack the CD-based games. Hopefully we get that hack going right. But let me know what you guys think down below. Really do appreciate it. And with that said, I will catch y'all next time. Peace out, bye-bye, and boom. Bye, big-ass thumb butt.